everyone. Today I'm going to be filming a video I've been seeing a lot of people doing lately and I love watching it. I just love, in a weird way, watching videos about books that people don't really enjoy. But that is the top 5 series I will not be finishing. Unfortunately, I forgot to check. I'm assuming this is probably a top 5 Wednesday video, but I'm not exactly sure. Before I get into the video though, I do want to extend a huge thank you to you guys, and especially from my mom. She wanted me to mention this in the video, but my TMI tag, I mentioned what my mom was going through, and a lot of you guys sent so many words of encouragement and support. My mom was recently diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer, and right now we're waiting for the results after her surgery, which did go well, and she read all of your comments the night before her surgery, and she said it made her feel just worlds better. There were comments from you guys saying, for instance, that your relative or friend had gone through, stage 3 breast cancer and they beat it very quickly, so it just made her feel a lot better and just a lot more encouraged. So she just wanted me to tell you guys a huge thank you. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm going to be filming a video right after this one. I think the book Cake Tag, and then I have one other video pre-recorded. But after that, this is my final semester, senior year, so after the next couple videos that come up, I probably will be taking a bit of a break from YouTube. I graduate on May 16th, 17th or 18th, I should know that offhand by now. Obviously, I'll still be editing and uploading and replying to comments for those videos, but after that, I probably am just going to take a break, just sit back and enjoy college, and hopefully this month I will be finding out which area in Spain I'm placed to teach English in next year, so I'm going to do a whole video talking about where I'm placed and everything like that and the program I'm doing it with after I graduate, because I find out late April or early May, so hopefully that will be the next video you guys see from me after the ones that are pre-recorded. Okay, sorry for all that intro rambling stuff. Normally I don't do that, but let's get into the top 5 series that I will not be finishing. So number 1 is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and I should say first, before I get into this, you guys can obviously convince me otherwise and say these are the best series ever, and if a bunch of you comment and can explain to me why I should go back and continue on with these series, please do so, because I don't want to be missing out if it turns out they're great. Delirium I did enjoy the concept of, but I found the book rather slow. I know a lot of people said they thought the book had kind of a slower pace but beautiful writing. I didn't think the writing was all that great. I love slower books, but I think the writing has to support the story. I thought the characters were kind of stereotypical, and that big climax at the end of the book where you're like, oh my god, this has probably happened to this person, I'm sure that probably didn't. It just felt kind of predictable. Number 2 is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Now, I did enjoy this book. I thought it was very fast-paced and very fun, but I've heard so many negative things about the future books in the series. It's kind of just turned me off, especially the 3rd book, I think it is, and then the prequel that it came out. It just seems to have upset a lot of people, and as much as I thought the 1st book was fun, there's just so many other books I would rather read than continue on with the series, especially if it turns out to be quite bad. And I should say a lot of these are YA, but that's only because I'm sure you guys have noticed this, but YA just loves its series. I don't read a lot of adult series. I have one I'm going to mention here, but if I read more adult series, or if there were more adult series out there, I'm sure there would have been more of them on this list. Number 3 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I'm still not sure. I think this is one out of all the ones on the list that there's a really good chance I might continue on with, especially if you guys tell me that, what's it called, Hollow City, you guys really enjoy it. I loved the first third of the book when what's his face, it's been so long I don't remember his name, when he goes to the island and there's the backstory and he's like finding out who these children are and exploring the house. I loved that. I know a lot of people thought that section was slow, but I thought it was creepy and wonderful build-up. And then once you meet the peculiar children, I'm not going to spoil anything, I was really upset with what they actually were. It didn't feel like a horror novel to me anymore. I didn't find it scary. So finding that out, I don't know how I could enjoy the rest of the series. Again, it wasn't that I thought it was bad, but I just thought you have, all these creepy photos and you expect it to be this creepy book, and it didn't feel like a horror or just horror novel or a disturbing book at all once you meet the children. Just looking at the cover, it just wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I can see why people enjoy it and why it's a really good book. But again, those of you who have read Hollow City, make sure to let me know if you think I should go on with it, because again, I don't think Miss Peregrine's Home was a bad book. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be. Number 4 is the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. I mentioned this book a couple times quite recently in the last few of my videos, I believe. This is a very adult, very graphic, very sexual, very violent, just all of that stuff series. The first 4 books I think are excellent, and I think I read the first 11, but the books just won't fucking end. They've essentially just turned into vampire, werewolf, were-leopard, were-swan, I'm not exaggerating, erotica. Sometimes you need that, but it's just not what I really wanted from the series, and I just think it's taken a sharp decline and I don't see it ending, and I just want it to end. It looks like it actually has 6 series, but number 5 is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I read Divergent and loved it. I read Insurgent and thought it was kind of you know, so much could have been cut out, and I've just heard so many negative things about Allegiant that I did go back and I just read the Wikipedia summary. I think Ariel Bassett said she was just gonna do the same thing. And I feel a bit bad because a lot of you guys said you wanted to see me review Allegiant, but it was so long, it seemed, and there are just so many other books I'd rather read, and I do think I'll go back and check out the book just to read the ending, maybe the last like 50 pages or so, but I don't think having read it I would have been satisfied at all given the explanations, at least that I read on Wikipedia. But I probably will go back and just like reread the final little chapter just to, you know, feel like I've read the whole series. Number 6 is The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I felt the same way about this book as I did The Maze Runner, which is that I thought it was a very fun book. I thought it was really enjoyable. I didn't find it slow, but I also didn't find anything really special about it. With The Maze Runner, I'm not going to continue on, more so that I just didn't think it was that special and I heard the rest is bad. The Mortal Instruments, I'm not going to continue on just because how many books are there in the series? I think it's not a trilogy, is it? One thing I should say is I'm not a series person in general, so if I'm not going to continue on with the series, it doesn't mean I thought any of these books were bad, it just means I didn't fall head over heels in love with them. I'm much more of a standalone type of girl. Hopefully some of you aren't getting your ice picks out and, you know, stabbing the dislike button of this video after saying I don't want to read The Mortal Instruments, because I know a lot of people feel very strongly about it, but I, you know, thought it was fun, but I just didn't think it was, you know, special enough or great enough for me to feel the need to continue on. So those are, I guess, the 6 series that I won't be finishing. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about the books I mentioned or the books that you won't go ahead and finish, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.